Another one? What's with these guys?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivor Spice, and we are back at it again with another Manchester United podcast. Yes, to catch up after another poor week for Manchester United, 2 weeks in a row in the Premier League where Manchester United have disappointed us. Some of us are fuming, some of us are angry. Today, as you can see it in the title, Amorim is a fraud because Ivorian Spice is livid, and I'm on the verge of just saying those magic words that Ems wants us to hear. But yet, I'm on the fence. I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. But eventually, I feel like I'm going to be there soon. One more poor result. Forget Grimsby. That's the League Cup. I expect a 7-0 victory. You know, I don't give a shit. We're supposed to win that game by 7 goals, or at least 5 goals galore. But it's the game against Burnley that I will make my decision. And if Ruben Amorim disappoints and the team don't perform, yeah, I'm fully done. I'm Ruben Amorim now, and I'm even Bruno Fernandes out right now. Smash that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms. I was about to get the guys involved as well. Make sure you post your comments, Manchester United related as well. Follow Red United TV across all social media platforms by clicking on the description and clicking on the link as well, or become a member of Red United TV by clicking on the join button and selecting a perk that suits you. Yes, let's get straight into it. Let me just bring you guys the random. Like we're already ready to go. Like big up Ems, big up Amok, big up Uche as well. Yes, it's one hell of disappointing me. Em's got his food, he's chopping it up, he's ready. Let's go straight.
Sorry, yeah.
No need to apologize. You're fueling up, bro, for this Amorim guy. That's what I'm gonna say. But let's get straight into it because it is Fulham 1. As I put Arsenal as well. For Manchester United 1. Manchester United. What I have to say, Manchester United 1 point out of 6 points. 2 games in, 1 loss, 1 draw, minus 1 goal difference. Nothing has changed. The football is still the same as where we left off last season going into this season. We all complain about the double pivot. That double pivot of Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes is abysmal and it's criminal. The midfield being neglected through the whole transfer window. Manchester United will yet again get dominated in the midfield against Fulham. They found them out after the first 15 minutes. We played well. 15 minutes into the start of the game, the best 15 minutes that we got in the game, the best assist as well happens to be Cunha, where it came from the long pass of Bayendale. And after that, Fulham figured us out in the midfield. They even said it in the post-match reaction, saying that after we realized that it was very open in the midfield, especially when you have someone like Casemiro who have no legs and Bruno who plays hot potato football, you will get exposed and found out. And Manchester United found that out. Despite the goal that we scored, some say it's an own goal, it's a Lenny Euro goal. Manchester United are clearly claiming it because they're posting about Lenny Euro's goal. But to me, it looks like an own goal. We didn't score no goals. £200 million spent. We still didn't find goals from our new signings. Yes, it's time to speak about that as well. 200 million spent. Game 2. Now we can talk about how our signings hasn't scored any goals and we've wasted that money. But let's get straight into it. Who wants to kick off the show? Let's talk about the match, the first half, the second half, and then we get into the lineup, man. Who wants to kick us out and vent their frustration on that game?
All right. So let me just start off before I can see Ruben out already. Okay. For starters, I would say, I know you said they want to talk about the lineup, but talking about the match as a whole, once I saw the lineup, I say I give up. I lost the game before the game started. I don't know about everyone else, but I lost the game because it's quite unfortunate that we have strikers in the bench, and we actually broke the bank to actually sign on that striker, yet he's not given time to perform. And we keep saying about the same thing about playing players where they are not effective. It has been the order of the day with Ruben Amorim. I don't know what the idea is. Maybe trying to do like Pep, trying to be all about me. I'm the person that actually wins the game and not you as a player. But so far since November, what we have seen is players being played out of position, being played where they are not going to be more effective, but just because it fits the system. So it's all about who fits the system is the one who gets to play. And now in this game against Fulham, I would say that Fulham, just like Marcos said, they read the game. And this was the first time everybody knows that we're playing with only 2 midfielders, just 2. And it's easy, once you flood the midfield, you overrun them. So it's just an easy playbook that everybody actually playing against United knows what to do. And if you notice the way that we have actually been moving, we seems to be a little bit, let's just say, we are rusty in terms of being clinical, in terms of our finishing. We hold the position for so long, but we do nothing with it, especially with Doku on the left-hand side. We have the possession there, but we keep running around, indecision. And this also brings me to the point that having Amal playing as a right wing back, it actually reduced our strengths. And we're no longer as a threat, we're no more as lethal as we're supposed to be. Now we have the right-hand wing, the right-hand side being dull, and we have the left-hand side being dull. Only the center seems to be a working, but so far it's been a disaster. So all I can say in this game, we got lucky in the sense that I would say Fulham respected us in that game. They give us so much respect because if they were to come out to play us as they should, we shouldn't be walking away with even a draw. Yes, we had the upper advantage because we are the bigger side. You play with a whole lot of things, tradition and history play alongside with you. That's our came to our advantage. But so far as a park, it will be kind of muscled us. I was even surprised. How can he do that? So it was so easy for them. And looking at what we start, if Ruben don't adjust to the system, we have seen the case of Real Madrid new coach change information because it's not working. You just have to change it back to 4-4-2. He did it. Nothing happened. The ground didn't break. He admitted that he needs to have a transition. But before then, let's look for information that is working. He did that. So why can't Ruben admit and work with what you have? Why you are building a system that's going to be more robust, more lethal, and more deserving? Work with what you have. And how do you do that? You play the players where they're good, where they're more efficient to actually perform more wonders. It's a disaster. Like I said, I have only 5 games to give to Ruben Amorim, and so far 2, he has been doing a poorly. Only 3 to go. Let me know where my confidence lies. But right now, it's not been in that confidence in that department at all. It's not.
He has not. Yes, he's been playing the players in the wrong position. That game against Fulham, we saw that he didn't even make the substitution that he was meant to make. He didn't do that. Let me go straight into Amok here. Amok, man, your thoughts on that game against Fulham?
Yeah, I was very disappointed, Very disappointed in the manager. At least you've got a new striker. I understand you want him to sell. You didn't take him to pre-season. I understand this. But these are professional footballers, They get paid to kick ball. Now we've seen this countless time. People get signed yesterday and they're playing today. So I don't know what he's waiting for. It's like we've got everything going forward. But when we lose the ball, like what you were saying, the midfield. And that midfield was quite open. The only person that helped in the midfield, that was missing Mount, because he made the midfield look a little bit more controllable. Like we had a little bit of control in the midfield. But as soon as Mason Mount came off the game, the midfield became even worse. No composure, no control. We lost everything. And I'm thinking, wait, but Bruno and Casemiro, we've seen this countless time, not just under Omran. We've seen this countless time under other managers. It does not work. And for the fact that he's trying it again, I feel like he's the reason for his own downfall. Amran is actually the reason for his own downfall. But yes, this game was. I think Uchi said it all. Like he was right about one thing. Fulham did show us a little bit of respect. We were terrible. It was disappointing to watch us play the way we did. Even conceded a goal, like missing the penalty. It was just a bit disappointing. How are you missing the penalty? And like we haven't scored a goal after all the signings. I want to be patient, but I just can't be patient because I've seen the same patterns for the past Lord knows how many years. And it's just disappointing to start a whole new season in the same pattern. And that's disrespectful. And that's hurtful as well to us fans.
It is disrespectful, hurtful as well towards the fans. Ems, hashtag Ruben out. Let me get your thoughts on that game against Fulham, bro. They gave it to us, man.
Bro, let me tell you something, right? I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Man didn't watch the game. I was in Carnival, bro. Carnival was better, bro, because I would have sat there and watched 9 minutes of that dross, bro. I'd have been stressed. You know what I'm saying?
She was catching the wine, yeah, instead of catching the stress.
Bro, listen, bro, listen. The fact of the matter is, right? If you look at the stats, the statistics, yeah. I wish I wrote down some notes, bro. Bro, he's got the same win rate as Neil Warnock, crew, man. That's a sackable offense, bro.
We'll get there still.
Oh, sorry, we're talking about the game. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll talk about the game. Your thoughts on the game first.
Let me talk about the system. Sorry. Apologies, sorry. But I just feel like every week, bro, the same formation, bro. Man, don't change. I've never known like the team knows before you start what system man's gonna play and what man's gonna do. I think man's got a bit of flexibility in the system when you're playing certain teams, and I just feel like this guy's got a one-trick pony. He hasn't got plan B, plan C, plan D, nothing. Just one plan. And then his substitutions confuse me. Bro, we got Zirks on the bench. What's the other one? Sesko, Mainu. And man put three defense. Man put Dalot on, Maguire. Who's the other one? Heaven. To win a game, bro. Have you ever seen that before?
He put defensive players on. Ugarte, Dalot, Maguire and Aiden Heaven, and you're on mute,
Huh?
I thought you was on mute.
No, bro. But for me, I just feel like no, especially when we go 1-0 up, bro. We need to take the game to them. 1-0 is not a comfortable scoreline. You know what I mean? Especially when you're away from home, you need to get another goal. And I think at this moment of time, I just don't know where our next win is gonna come because, mate, against Burnley, I'm not even sure we're gonna bloody pick up the 3 points, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I cannot even sit here any game Man United play that we're gonna win, bro. And that's concerning to me. But I think for Man United Fulham, I feel like a draw is a fair result. But I think for Man United, I think it's a poor result considering where we're trying to get to, and we've dropped. Is it 5 points? Is it 5 points?
Yeah,
5 points in
points.
2 games.
Yep, we
Yeah.
dropped 5 points.
Yeah, so I just feel like I don't know, man, and I feel like the failure to win back-to-back games is concerning. You know what I mean? But the game for me was a poor game, and we need to do better, man. We need to do better, man, because this cannot go on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not impressed, man. And we go to Burnley, like I said, we need to get 3 points. I don't care if we got to do hand of God into the goal to get the 3 points. We need to get it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, it's the truth. It's the truth, bro. How is Man United stressing me more than my life, bro? That I do day to day, bro. It don't make sense, bro. We need to pick up the 3 points. But yeah, man, I'm very skeptical of the manager's substitutions. I wasn't pleased, and I feel like Bruno crying like a baby, bro, about I got nudged, and it put me off. Like it's bullshit. Put the ball in the shut your mouth. Put the ball in the back of the net, bro. I'll never hear Ray Keane, Eric Cantona talking a bunch of rubbish. They be talking.
But
Man makes excuses. Yeah, go on.
But I believe so. In his defense, I believe what the ref did, he can actually put a player off. I can understand that if it was a Fulham player that did that. I can understand that. Maybe you're trying to get you disorganized. We've seen it in the games. You want to play a penalty, you see the goalkeeper coming to actually disorganize you. But you've already set the atmosphere and about to go in, and you have someone disrupting you. You know, the game of football is about putting yourself in that state. So we should not deny that aspect as well, because this happened. Because if you want to play a game, you need to put yourself in that state.
Okay. These are professionals. They're getting paid to play football week in, week out.
Let me stop you guys there. Let me just stop you guys there, because I want to read you guys some quotes from Bruno Fernandes since we're going into the Bruno Fernandes situation, because I wanted to talk about the lineup and the substitution as well.
Oh, sorry about that.
But we can go straight into the Bruno Fernandes situation, because of course you see it there, the title Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah,
I've always called him a fraud for a very long time. Fraudnandes. You know, the penalty situation that he scored, that he missed, that's still in the moon. We're still wondering where the hell is. No.
You guys are changing.
Uche, I've never changed. No, it's just that you blame your blame on Ruben. I mean Bruno Fernandes hard, and then you mix it with Ronaldo, and that Ronaldo forced out.
No, I think right. Sorry to talk. I just think right. This is not all on Bruno, bro. Man's not a flipping number 6, bro. Yeah? Man should be playing high up the pitch. But man went to go spend P's on 2 number 10s that potentially won. He could have bought maybe 1 and then got the one the summer after or something. Do you know what I'm saying? But to put Bruno in, just find a position for Bruno tells me everything I need to know. But back to that penny, Uche, that I was saying, brother, Uche.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, man can't make an excuse like some baby. Oh, the referee didn't apologize. What kind of bullshit's that about? That's nonsense, bro.
I understand. It might be. He said he's not trying to make an excuse. He said, "Look at what happens. Look at it this way. If you play football, oftentimes, if you want to do something, you want to play a game, you want to be in that your mood. You don't need to get any distractions. That is why sometimes when you want to play football, a penalty, you find the goalkeeper coming to kick the ball out, do things out to throw you off your game." That's the essence of it. But now that this kind of is not happening from a referee, not a player. It is mind blowing that even the referee not even acknowledge the fact that he did something wrong.
No, it's an accident, though. Uche.
Accident.
Let's
Good.
be real,
It's an accident, but this is a mental game.
No.
Okay, why do you think?
Where's his mentality? Why
do you think in a game
Bruno's
sometimes
not
tell
strong
you
enough
leave
for the
all that
Premier
any small infringement that you have with someone can affect the next thing you're going to do in the next?
But it's
few
a
seconds.
referee. It's not a player.
Too much.
Huh?
He complains too much. Everything he complains about.
I can understand that, but this is something we need to understand something that this is a different situation. Even you as a player,
no, but Uche, shouldn't you be questioning his mentality? He's blaming the referee because the referee never said sorry, and the manager as well said it himself that he saw that it bothered Bruno Fernandes throughout the whole game, and which makes me question the manager. If you saw that during the whole 90 minutes. Why didn't you substitute him off if it was a problem, Ruben Amorim?
They're human beings.
No,
they're not
resilient.
If someone
the mentality is weak
in a game, if someone pushes you, Just like you see Diego Costa do that in the game. He will punch you, match you, say stupid things just to get you aggravated. These things happen, and sometimes you can get into your head and you affect
But
what's
it's
going to
the
happen.
referee.
He played that
What,
game.
sir,
It's
this
the
is what we're doing
referee.
here. We're
Wait,
trying to defend Bruno for missing a penalty because he got a slight nudge from the ref.
Well, Bruno trying to say it's not an excuse, but he's saying it's an excuse as well.
I'm saying that you should also look at it this way. Sometimes don't refute everything totally. He has a point, but that, like he said, is not an excuse, but it can actually happen to anyone. If you're in that state and you're actually being given a nudge that you actually choose you off your game, it can affect what's going to happen in the next few seconds. And that just happened. He allowed the incident, the event with the referee interfere with what he wants to do, and he actually skied away the game. That's just what happened.
So he allowed it. So he let that go into him.
Sometimes it happens to the best of us.
But the
Remember,
mentality,
Bruno has been scoring
I question the
penalties
mentality
for every single
that.
time that we even forgot that you can actually miss.
So it's not the goalkeeper that was in his face trying to put him off his game. The person who put him off the game is the referee.
That's why he's more annoying. It's easier if it's where
Where's the mentality of Bruno Fernandes? That he allows the referee. He always allows the referee to get into him.
Patrick, say this way. If a player does that, you will know that yes, he's trying to put you off your game. But when a referee does it seems as if you're playing against a 12th man. That's how I say it. Because why should a ref be in the way? Is it as if that the ref wants to put you out of your game? Who is meant to be the mediator in the field? That's why it actually be a more.
Do you know what surprises me, Uche? Yeah, what surprised me is that you're at the aid of defense of Bruno Fernandes, but usually you'll be blaming Bruno Fernandes for even missing that penalty. He had an opportunity to score, he didn't do it.
No.
Blaming for Ronaldo not scoring and all that kind of stuff.
Since like for a very long time, we have never missed for a very, very long time. We can actually say that. Let's give him that credit. He has been converted every single time that we don't even bother about him missing anymore. So why is this not an issue?
No, but you're coming to his aid for a referee.
No, I'm good because I understand. All I'm saying is I understand as from a point of a player, when you're trying to organize the ball, a body pulls you out. It can happen to the best of us. We have seen in what situation people because of a player told you something in your ear and he actually pulls you off your game. It can happen to anyone. And remind you, he was complaining so much with the ref, even when he was holding the ball before he put it on the ground to play it. No matter how you do
that's
it,
the problem,
will affect
though.
the game.
It's not a player that he's supposed to argue with a player, but he's arguing with the referee, and he let the referee pull him off his game. That's just weak mentality. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah,
I can't accept this as an excuse.
Let's not get sidetracked by the fact that also I didn't watch the full game, but let's not get sidetracked by the fact that Bruno had a poor game. We can't just be dwelling on just one penalty miss. He was poor, and I think he was partly to blame for.
No, he was to blame.
Well.
He was to blame. He was to blame.
See what I'm saying? That's the thing. Too many Bruno fans try and come up with all these excuses to justify his poor performances, but the facts are he was poor against Arsenal and he was poor again against Fulham, and it goes back to my original point that he should have been sold in the summer, and he's now become a hindrance to our team functioning. I said at the start of the season that if Ruben Amorim's going to get sacked, Bruno's going to be one of the main reasons that Amorim gets sacked. Trust me. I am.
Just say that Bruno will be the reason why.
No.
All Amorim needs to do is take Bruno out of the team, and the team will play a lot better.
No.
I can tell you that for free.
Wow, Uche, I'm shocked.
Wow, no, bro.
Hey, Uche, you're the one that's been dissing Bruno.
You've been dissing
Bruno
hard. I'm not here to picking on. We need to.
Wasn't you for the year?
Remember a couple of weeks ago,
Bruno for Rasmus not scoring goals
and Ronaldo not scoring goals.
Bruno's defense.
Make up your mind. Bruno is about what is in context. I keep saying it. Bruno is not good in providing assists to strikers. That is a fact. It's not because I hate Bruno.
But it's not just that though. It's not just that though. He's not good at passing, making simple passes. Okay. He's probably one of the worst.
But yes, he has the highest ball creation for close to 4 seasons. How do you explain that?
What is Bruno actually contributing to the team right now? That's going to take us forward.
Now, let me break that down to you. The reason why that is happening, I keep saying, is when Ruben play a player out of position, the person who suffers, who takes the hit, is the player when they underperform. Right now, we have.
Well, it doesn't matter where Bruno plays because he's not a disciplined player. it's quite clear that when we're playing through Bruno, we're not functioning as a team. Why do you think for the past 3-4 years we haven't had a style of play? Because we're playing through Bruno, who doesn't have any discipline. He just played all over the pitch.
You know that Bruno was the person that saved us any times when we have the ball.
Saved us from what? From relegation.
He saved us since he came.
He's been captain since he's been captain.
No.
Look, listen. Since he's been captain, we finished 8th on -1 goal difference. We finished bottom of the Champions League with minus goal difference, and we finished 15th with minus goal difference. This is not a coincidence.
That's true. And since Ronaldo left, he has been the person with the highest goal contribution for United. Do you know about that?
What has that contributed to? What is it amounted to?
At least last time I checked, last season you left from the finals. That's something to hold on to.
Oh, we got to the finals. But what is it? What about our bread and butter?
In 3 seasons.
What about our bread and butter? Why do you think we're struggling? Why do you think we're struggling now? Why do you think we're still? You know, it's all good getting to finals and stuff, but the most important competition is the Premier League, and right now we're struggling. I don't care about no FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and all of that. And we need to start focusing on our bread and butter, because now we're struggling to beat teams like Fulham, Brentford, and all these teams that are finishing above us, and it's getting embarrassing now. I'm sick to death of going into games not knowing what we're going to be doing. And if we stop playing through Bruno and start actually having a style of play and discipline our team, I guarantee you we'll start getting wins and climbing the table.
It will get worse. Do you know why? Because you have a coach that will actually tend to even play Onana a top 9. It will happen because you play players out of position, and when they don't perform, you treat them under the boss. That's what happened here. Cunha is a wonderful player. We play him sometimes false 9. If he doesn't perform, you blame him. You have a situation of Ahmad playing more of a defensive role. If he doesn't perform, you blame him. For more than how many matches now, Ahmad have not been a very wonderful threat in the game because he's playing away from the goal. How can you score goals when you're playing away from the goal? What happens? A coach is putting you in a position whereby you have less of the ball, you're doing less things with the ball because he wants to play with the system. Who gets the blame is the player when they don't perform, but who caused it is the coach. We have seen the situation over and over again, and it's going to happen every single time.
Yeah,
it's not the players anymore.
We've heard you. We said it about 5 times.
Let me just stop you there. Because
we've got to have some balance here.
Because let me just stop you there. Wait, hold on.
Every minute, someone's just telling about Amorim. I agree.
What Amorim showed you?
Have some balance, man. Every minute, you stayed silent. No, listen, you stayed silent.
He hasn't shown nothing. What's he showing you? What's he showing you? What's he showing? No, don't do that. He played 3 at the back, fam. 3 at the back with players that don't play that, bro.
Hey, you know the funny things? I'm not even backing Amorim right now.
Can we save this?
Not beating Fulham.
Can we save this?
With the amount of money that we spent. But what I was trying to say is that as soon as he mentioned Amorim, that's when you started chatting.
Because
you got to look at the players as well.
No.
Can we stick to the topic? Can we stick to the topic, bro?
No, fed up, man.
We'll get to Amorim. We'll get to you for being fed up with Amorim. No, just chillax, man. Relax.
No, wait, Mr. Amorim. You know what it is getting on my nerves, right? Yeah. Apparently, someone's a top coach, but only knows one system. I've never seen that in my life, bro. We'll get to that. No, let me finish. Before you continue, Mr. Amorim, listen. Every top coach I've known don't stick to one system, and then they live and die, sleep, have sex with it, and don't do nothing, no formation. It's bullshit.
Right, let's go back to the topic. What was the topic?
Back to Bruno, of course. As we most of us are fed up for Bruno Fernandes, and we blaming him.
I'm not.
I said most of us. We blaming him, but you was blaming him 2 weeks ago.
I blame the goals. That's what I'm saying. I don't blame the player. Let's talk about the situation.
All of a sudden, you're on this Bruno.
Let's talk about Bruno's future, because Bruno's linked to a move away once again to Saudi Arabia. Whether that's going to happen, we shall see. But based on these 2 performances alone, he was poor against Arsenal, poor against Fulham, missed the penalty, was the blame for the first goal the corner we conceded and scored and conceded from against Arsenal, at fault for the goal we conceded as well with Smith Rowe. Should we be telling Bruno to pack his bag and hopefully the Saudi club come and get him?
Who are you guys, man?
I'm a Bruno Fernandes out now. I'm Bruno out.
Come on, really? You say
No. I'm Bruno.
So,
I've been out
football
Bruno
fans
out
have
for a
short
very long time.
memories. You see
But
what
I
Bruno Fernandes done to
I
you?
thought Bruno would be
Look
good
what
for the
Bruno has done
rebuild.
to you.
That's why I
You've
was
got players
wrong.
now.
What
I
is
was
Bruno
wrong.
going to do for us now? He's approaching 31. What is he going to do? Why are we building a team around a 31-year-old?
God. You guys are unbelievable. All of you guys
we
are
have to talk
Unbelievable.
about it.
What do you
You're
mean?
the one that
have
was
to
dissing
talk
Bruno
about
a
it.
couple of
That
weeks
was
ago.
everything
Yeah.
you
2
guys
weeks
last
ago,
time.
you
All
was
of a
killing
sudden,
Bruno.
he's
You've
now
been doing
the
it quite
bad
a few
egg.
times, and I was like, whoa. Like, where did you get this anger from Bruno? Not even Jerome hates Bruno like the way you hate Bruno. That's how I felt when you was talking about Bruno Fernandes.
No, I don't
What
hear
are you
Bruno.
talking about?
I was talking about a particular number. I was saying that he's not good at providing assists to strikers. That's been my complaint. And he
But
doesn't give
that's
us.
supposed to be his strength.
That's
That's supposed to be his biggest strength.
That's individual
No, that's
accolades.
not my issue. That's only
That's
my issue.
individual accolades. Bruno needs to
So
play
what
for
is
the team.
Bruno's biggest strength then if he's not good at providing assists to strikers?
Explain that to me. That's my only problem with Bruno because he doesn't provide assists to strikers.
But that's meant to be his biggest strength.
He goes like this.
Because
And
didn't you
yet,
say that
he
he's the
likes
one
to
that
score.
creates the most chances in the Prem? That's meant to be
He
his
likes
biggest
to
strength.
score
And if he's not good
himself.
at that, then what use does he have for this team? Because all he's doing right now is affecting us from functioning.
No. I would say where the coach is playing as number 10, he's not functioning optimally where he's supposed to. Put Bruno where he's supposed to, you see him blossom. That is how it works. You can't look a player out of the game and expect him to play like he used to play. It doesn't work like that.
What position is that? What position is that for Bruno to blossom?
Now, if you play Bruno AM, attacking midfielder, that's wonderful, but it doesn't fit this formation. All these
That's
people
right.
we're having with
That's right.
all people we're having with Ruben is not about. He's trying to find a way to play this.
If he doesn't fit this formation, he should be stoned.
Into the
Right.
formation. That's just the problem.
In my opinion, Bruno has never really fit a lot of formations. Because he's always giving the ball
Bruno
away.
bring players
There's been
together.
risk.
He's floats.
Great players
He's always
know how
floating
to
around the
adapt.
place.
I remember Ten Hag had to play him on
It's
the
all
right
about
wing.
himself. What he wants, where he wants to be, how he wants the game to go. That suits his narrative in the pitch. You saw it yesterday. Him and the player, there was a ball that he was meant to pass. At least better communication would help. But he made the pass and he was getting upset at the player. No, communicate to the player, we're going to make the pass there. You're the one with the ball. You're the club captain.
You know what the problem with Bruno is?
With Bruno.
Bruno wants to be the main character because he's captain. But he's realised there's better number 10s in him in the team now. And Bremo and Cunha are better than him.
Have they shown
And
that?
now he's better than him.
Have they shown that?
Have they shown that? No, they haven't shown it right now because Bruno's disrupting the function of the team. Based on what I saw, based on what I saw.
You're ruling out, but you're not.
Look, finally, you guys vindicate me.
Yesterday,
you guys vindicate me.
and
So
against Arsenal. Listen. Was
on.
Cunha not our best player on the pitch against Arsenal?
Yep.
Yes. He was one of our best players in the second game.
Did Mbumo play well against Arsenal as well?
Yes.
Yep.
He did play too.
Did Bruno play? Listen. Did Bruno play well against Arsenal?
No.
How did
Is he a 6? Is he a 6? Is he a 6?
No.
That's not the argument. I'm talking about who played well.
No, it doesn't look like that. You're sitting up.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is. Because Bruno hasn't played well for a while now. You see, look, listen. You see, in Ericsson has the first half before he got sacked. Where was Bruno playing? What position was he playing?
The 10.
Bruno
Was he playing well?
And then right wing. No, he wasn't.
Was he playing well?
No, he wasn't.
Not getting sacked.
And then you had to be forced to play on the right.
Yeah.
You see, man. You see, man. Yeah. You see, man. Yeah. You see, man. You got agendas for certain people.
I'm showing you.
You can't talk, bro. You're hashtag Ruben out from
that
like
Bruno disrupted to this team, and he's not going to be the player to take us forward. He needs to go pack his bags.
I heard that.
So that we can cash in, and then we can get a midfielder.
I heard that. But he's money ready to go with him.
If a Saudi club comes for him right now with 100 million, I'm selling him.
Oh my god!
I'm selling
So
him.
what
now.
are you not? So basically, what you guys are saying is put Bruno on the 10 and put Mbemo or Cunha, who we've just brought in. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying change the formation. Go back to the 4-2-3-1.
How many seasons
Simple
has
as
Bruno
that.
been the captain for? What has it actually helped with this club?
He has won 2 trophies for you in 3 years. You have done that. In the past 4 years, he won 3 trophies for you. He actually took you to finals for 5 finals. So he has done something for you.
He has.
What's he done in the Premier League? The most important competition.
But it's not all down to him, though. It's not all down to him, though.
Manchester United. We should be talking
All
about
you lot can talk about is
Premier League,
the Europa League that we lost twice with Bruno and the team, and the Carabao Cup that people don't even rate, and the FA Cup that we rolled our luck along the way to winning. Apart from that, what's Bruno done when it matters? The Premier League and the Champions League failed miserably.
All right. I get you now, Jerome. The truth is, I like to be very objective in whatever I'm saying about this situation. Bruno might have not been wonderful or phenomenal in the past few matches. You understand why it happens with it. Even last season, towards the first beginning of the matches last season, he wasn't actually good. So he picked up later on in the game. We saw that happen, not the first time. Now the issue is here I'm talking about is Bruno. You acting as if Bruno is not tested and confirmed. Everybody knows that Bruno is a baller. Everybody knows that Bruno is a world-class player. Everybody knows that
Bruno's not world-class, man.
Okay, fine, I get you. But someone who has actually played, I repeat again, someone who keep playing football at one of the highest level in the club and country, you classify those guys.
He's not world-class. If you're world-class, you're meant to be doing it.
Week in, week out, consistent, 90 minutes.
If you can't do nothing,
can't give us a 90 minutes.
You're not world-class. He's not
Bruno can't give us a 90 minutes performance. He's a 1 minute man. Missy Elliott.
You man are funny.
Ems, is Bruno world class?
Bruno world class. Ems, you're silent though.
Is Bruno world class?
I'll say Bruno. Bruno is a top player. He's class. He's class.
Is he world class?
No problem. You guys are just you say it.
But it's funny though. For me, it's funny though. You man are quick to point fingers at the captain, but when. Oh, wow. All
right, let's venture in. We are 37 minutes into the podcast, yeah? But let's venture into Ruben Amorim because I put that title there. Ruben is a fraud.
Let's go, bro.
After watching the game against Fulham, our manager with the starting lineup and then the substitution of going for making defensive substitution, so going for the game where you have Kobe Mane in the on the bench, Joshua Zirkzee on the bench, but he decides to put on Ugarte, Dallo, Maguire, Aiden Heaven. We need to win the match. Well, I haven't seen nothing from this manager. As you can see on the title, 7 wins out of 29 games. Ruben Amorim.
Repeat that again. Say it again.
7 wins out of 29 Premier League games. 29 games in the Premier League. 28 points. Man has more games than points. Can we continue with this manager?
27 points. That's 21 points from the 7 wins.
Basically, what is it? Carried on from last season. They're not letting him off the hook from last season. They've
wait. What was the question? Sorry, I need to hear it loud. What did you say, please? Sorry.
Can we continue with this manager? And will he last?
Hell no, lad. Hell no.
Is he a fool?
Hell no.
All these questions. Let's start.
Let me go first, bro. Man gotta go, bro.
Yeah. M's go first because this is M's favorite topic. Listen. Take the floor.
Listen. When a man has the same win rate as Neil Warnock and he's at a bigger club, bro. Listen, that's carnage, bro. I can't lie, bro. When a man is tactically inept, I don't want to change. That's carnage, bro. When you see man like Thomas Frank at Tottenham getting back-to-back wins, and no one can say nothing now, because a man's he's implemented and got back-to-back wins. Thomas Frank, yeah, the one that I actually wanted, Thomas Frank or the Bournemouth manager, but back-to-back wins. This man, this fraud there, the one I'm looking right there, can't even get back-to-back wins, bro. Back-to-back wins, but knowing what I'm saying now. We got Man City and Chelsea. Probably get back-to-back wins there, bro. That'd be the word. That'd be the funniest thing. But for me personally, guys, though, I do think though, I do think now, yeah, I think we should pull the trigger now, blood. I know it's 2 games in, but listen, my thing is, yeah, he showed me he's the B-Tech AVB, blood. You get me? So for me, I just feel like, pull the trigger. before it gets worse, blood. I'm letting you know, bruv, because I don't see no light at the end of the tunnel, bruv. I'm fed up. I'm tired. The football's boring. The formation's predictable. It's an ugly formation. No one understands it, bruv. Get back to the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. This brother is done out, bruv. Go back to Portugal, the top 6 league in Europe, whatever they call it. I'm done, bruv. Pack his bag. Go back to Lisbon or Benfica or whatever, bruv. I couldn't care less. Get a manager. Get a manager that can do bits, bruv. I'm fed up. Bro, let's go get a Spanish manager or something. I'm tired, bro. This guy here, Ruben Fernandes, this guy here is not the answer, bro, in my opinion. I've seen enough, bro. 2 games. Look, listen, Fulham, shocking. We're going to go to Burnley, probably even win that one. He needs to leave. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I can say.
You know what? I can't even lie. Man was at Carnival yesterday. I didn't even get no network, no reception on nothing. As soon as it hit like 7:30, I see bare messages come through. I thought we lost, fam. I was fuming. I had to ask one of my guys. His message didn't even go through. I was like, "What did we lose? Did we lose?" He said, "No, we drew. He's like, what you scored? It was an own goal." I was like, "No, this is a joke." 200 M spent, and we still even scored a proper goal yet. And I was just thinking, you know what? If this continues, then Amorim's, because I said that I was giving Amorim till Christmas to show us some sort of consistency in the way that we play and perform and control games. But at this rate, he's probably going to be gone at the same time that ETH was gone in November or end of October, because I can't see where we're going to get back-to-back wins. We still ain't got back-to-back wins. It feels like a year since we've got back-to-back wins. Actually, over a year. We didn't get it for the whole of last season, I don't think. And
we didn't get it at all.
We've got Burnley next. We have to win that. If we don't beat Burnley, then boy, if we don't, go on.
Can I ask you a question? So do you have to give him 600 M's the same way as Eric Ten Hag for you to change your opinion? Because I think you said we should give him the same money.
I didn't say same money. I said we needed time. Mine was not about money.
Like
mine was about time.
You said
time, not money.
Listen, we go back to the archives.
Time, not money.
You said
time. Go through the archives.
You said Uche.
I said time, fam.
No, you heard him say it, bro.
He said he needs to bring his players. He needs to bring his players.
You got your evidence properly.
He needs to bring his players.
Don't be making stuff up. We're live, you know. We're live on air.
Red Devil Studio asked a question there.
He
said who replaces him though?
A whole minute.
What, right now?
Yeah, ETH lost.
Hold on, wait, let me listen. Yeah, no way, I'm coming. We'll talk about
he's on fraud watch. So ETH is on fraud, man. But going back to the topic. I gave Amorim until Christmas. I've said that consistently, but at this rate, I reckon he won't even survive until Christmas. The reason why I say that is because he's playing Bruno at a position who's our captain.
First thing he mentions.
Yeah, can you let me finish? Because I let you finish. I didn't interrupt you once.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, I apologize. Sir, I'm sorry.
Yeah, cool. So he's been playing Bruno at a position. And on top of that, when Bruno plays shit, which has been shit for the last 2 games, he does not take him off. He keeps shitness on the pitch. And we don't do nothing. And then another thing as well is his substitutions are pissing me off. Like, we've got all this attacking talent on the bench, and he's not bringing them on. He's bringing on defenders to win when we're trying to win a game, and that's not adding up as well. That's coming like them relegation for the teams where you're just bringing on defenders and holding out for 1-0 wins and stuff. So red flags are forming, isn't it? So if he doesn't fix up and play players in their positions and drop players that are not performing, then he's not going to survive. And so far, it's looking like he's failing and he's not going to make it until November. Because as I said, we've got Burnley, which we have to win regardless, and then Chelsea and Man City. At this point, I can't see us winning either. I can't even see us getting a draw. So in our first 5 games, we could end up losing 3 and drawing 2. Because right now, I don't even know if we're even going to beat Burnley. That's how bad it is. Because he's consistently playing players that are not playing well and showing that he's either got weak leadership or he's got favoritism. Because even when Dallo came on, he didn't do nothing. Dallo, he's someone that question marks about his future as well, because Dallo was shit under ETH as well before ETH got sacked, and he's just carried it on. You would have thought with this Portuguese connection that things would be better, but it hasn't. And he's only like, 25? And it just seems like he's just gone downhill. So the jury's out on Amorim at the moment because I expected us to beat Fulham comfortably. And when I found out that we struggled and could have lost, it's just not looking good. And right now, he needs to do all he can in this transfer window, the last 5-6 days or whatever it is, get a proper midfielder in ASAP, because we can't continue with this Bruno and Casemiro, Bruno and Agate in midfield, because we're gonna get run through like we did against ETH, and we're already struggling to score goals as it is, even though we spent 200 M's on strikers, and we're gonna just end up with more minus goal difference. It feels like every season we're just a minus on everything. It's been since this is the third season, everything's just a minus. And I'm getting pissed off. That's why I asked my friend, I said, who actually scored? Who's scoring goals? I just want to see us score goals. I don't care if we concede, right now, we could have Ronaldo in goal, concede these silly goals. I just want to see goals from win like 4-3, 4-2, 5-2. I want to see goals. Like, I'm getting bored now of just watching nil-nils and own goals and all this nonsense. So we're not scoring. Like, football's all about scoring goals, and creating chances. So Amorim's got to do something drastically. And another thing is we're playing one game a week. We should be out fresh, coming out all guns blazing, banging in goals and tearing teams to shreds. But it just seems like we're not doing nothing in a week. Like, what are we doing? One game a week and we still can't score goals. So that's one of our biggest concerns at the moment. And maybe you guys are right. Maybe we might need to just scrap this
red card.
3 at the back and just go back to what the team's used to. Because if we're going to persist with this formation that no one can seem to grasp, we don't seem to have the IQ and intelligence and the technical quality to adapt to different formations. So maybe we should just go back and just 4-3-3, park the bus, play on the counter, volleyball, and just vibes and see where it gets us. But that's not sustainable. But maybe we need to do that just to get some points to the board, because I'm sick and tired of seeing us on page 2 with minus goal difference.
Yeah. But now, for certain people as well, let me get your thoughts again. Let me go to you, man. What's your thoughts? Is Ruben Amorim on fraud watch for you?
Yeah. I've always liked him. I've always liked what he's trying to do, because I can clearly see he's trying to do something with the team. I can see the changes. But the stats, it's a bit painful to watch. That's it. That's like, I can't take it. I don't care how good you are as a manager, who you are. You cannot come to Manchester United and have them type of statistics there. That's not right. Like Jerome just mentioned, he needs to do whatever he got to do to make sure we get some wins on that bud. Like, we tired of seeing our team play the same way over and over again. Either we lose or we draw. And the funny thing is, fans are going into games with no trust. And that's hard on the manager itself and on the players themselves. So I still think there's something that he can do, but whatever he's trying to do, all I say, I pray that it clicks, it comes together now. Because to be honest with you, man, he has been given enough time to put this together. Enough time. You can't tell me it's a new manager. It's not a new manager. It's not a new manager at the club no more. That some managers come in less than the period of time that I'm going to spend to Manchester United. They make changes. We've seen it with Poch at Tottenham. 2-3 months max. But how many been there for how long now? Since last year, November. November just around the corner, 2 months ago, 2 months from now. So like literally almost a year. How are you new manager? Like, we haven't even seen the philosophy, the thing that you're trying to build. We can see glimpses of it, which is better than any other manager we've seen before. But then us losing, going to games, seeing the same mistakes, the same players, and everyone mentioned, stop using the wrong players at the wrong positions. Because that's not helping this case. Like, at least if you want, make sure you want to do the right thing for the club itself, play the players where they belong. So in case things don't work out, we, the fans and the commentators, the spectators, could blame the players themselves. But like now we're saying Bruno, Ems is sticking up for Bruno. Because if you're DP, that's true. Uche is sticking up for Bruno. If you're DP, that's true, because Bruno got played out of position. Players are more comfortable to play where they find themselves comfortable. If you force them to play, they might do it because it's their role, it's their job. They're footballers, they're professionals, yeah. But I'm gonna need to do better though. This is definitely not acceptable. Like, I'm tired, I'm weak. I can't even. I'm in the fence. I'm on the fence with Amran right now, and I'm giving him till November, December. If I don't see any changes, I'm gone.
Big up Red Devil Studios. It says, okay, even if he doesn't survive, who replaces him? Ineos won't sack their guy unless they have a replacement. Uche.
Okay, so this is going to be like just what you just said by Red Devil Studio. That's quite correct because I think Ruben is Sir Jim's guy, and it's going to be very difficult to push him out. So this is where, because if he pushes him out, it feels like, why did you embark on this project? You've made us lose money. So it's like, we must see this through. We must see it work out. That's what they're trying to do. Me and you, even Bruno, even Ruben knows that he's not doing a good job. Even Ruben knows he's not going to do a good job. There's one thing he said. He said that the most difficult part of last season was going to the match. That he already knew that he's going to lose. It actually puts me off. If you don't have the confidence going in the match, then after the match was the easy part because the game's already gone. But before the match, he's scared. That shows to me that you've already lost the match before you go in. And the way he said it last when he came in, he made everybody become dispensable. And that's not good. Because when a player knows that you don't give a shit about him, they tend to be a defensive, because we all know that manager come and goes, most time player stays. So everybody becomes the more defensive. He has not built that good, quiet connection with the players. Yes, we can actually say, yeah, it's all good, but we know he's not good. So far, let me just break it down what happened since Ruben came. Since Ruben came, we've actually pushed out Rashford. We've pushed out Anthony. We've pushed out Garnacho. Right now, we're about to push out Erasmus. We've pushed out Onana now. We've a kind of players that are the problem, yet it hasn't changed. The issue I keep pointing out here is that we have a system that is building to make a point. At this point, is either he's trying to be more stubborn on that, or he doesn't see the hands on the wall. It's time to make a change. It's also good to know, to find yourself accountable by knowing, I've tried this, it's not working, let's try something else. And about that lot you talked about, that lot have actually not been doing so well. How would you expect someone who has actually been playing as a right back, left back, then Ruben came, he's played for left wing back, he's played right wing back, all this just to find a way to fit in a system that is not actually working. Now, we have all the players we have, he actually said it countless time that they don't fit his system. If a player don't fit your system, what do? You play what is available and get result. But Ruben is ready to sacrifice results to prove a system. That is a problem I don't have. He was so glad to throw away my Europa final just to prove a point. That is why at some point when Garnacho is actually shouting, I can be on his side, I think that we need to put a big hold on ourselves of all our players, from Garnacho to Rashford down to Rasmus. All these players need to put on a serious hold, because if he gets sacked or leaves, it's gonna be really devastating for us. So it's better we just put a little bit clutch on it, just watch how it goes, because if he leaves, next manager might actually use them, because it's all about who I want, what I want. So far, let's be honest, he has actually created a more unstable team, but that has so many headlines off the pitch. There's so many distractions. So you can see that he has actually proved that he's the boss, but yet the boss is not bringing results. And talking about his substitution, I don't know what he's thinking. He's defensive minded. He plays 5 defenders, yet we're still leaking. That's the problem. I don't understand. If you are able to put all about defense, but yet we are still leaking. He managed to have only 44 goals conceded last season, which is a good thing for Onana and the defense, but yet somehow, some way, they were the problem. One thing I've noticed about players like this, our young coaches, they're always good at putting players under the boss. And there's a simple way to do that. Let me tell you, look at the tactics. If I want you gone, I play out of position. You flop, then you protest. I say, you say it's uncultured. I sideline you. That is a simple math. Any manager can do it to you. If I do it to you, I'll gaslight you. It's a simple thing. If I put you, it can do it to any player, they'll flip. And that's what he has been doing to every single one of them to actually get them to flip. And so far, I cannot say 100 on the wall that most times we need to take a leap back, take a deep breath, and see who would you rather trust. Is it a formation you're already used to, or a disruptive formation? Because right now that formation is very, very disruptive, and almost all the managers in Premier League has us as at their fingertips. Very easy to read, very, very easy. Good thing we no longer build from the back, because obviously Bayinda is awful at building from behind, apart from Onana. Good thing we're not doing that. So we're putting the ball away and giving the ball away. So it's going to be a very difficult time for him to adjust to the system. The only solutions to this is either he had a way to maybe sugarcoat the players, beg them, patronize them, do all you need to do to get them on board to actually stay. Because right now with men leaving, so many players are not happy with you, it's going to create a huge problem in the back room. And once they start to heat up again, come on. This is not like before we were looking for who to blame. Rashford is no longer there. He's now Bruno. All of us, everyone is not blame Bruno. Bruno's going to leave. We'll find someone else to blame. Maybe this time around Mount, to look for Mount and blame.
No, Mount is next anyway.
Exactly.
He's next anyway.
So he has been the culture with him every single time. One person leaves, another person takes over. One person leaves, another person takes over. Yeah. It's time for us to look inwards. What is wrong with our system that is making players that are really good not to blossom? It has to do with the system. If everyone is performing very, very well elsewhere, once they come to our system, it doesn't work. Something is wrong with our system, not just about the players anymore. He needs to do something different. And something different does not mean playing players in different positions where they're not supposed to do. Play them where they are meant to be more efficient, 100%, and deliver with so much happiness and joy and smile with their teeth to the job. But so far, it's not working. I feel for him. For me, I've been saying it before, he has more to prove to us than us to prove to him. He needs to prove to us that he is the man for the job. And he has been playing as if Premier League is Portuguese League, or even... He's not taking it serious. He's not taking it serious, because I will even be more relaxed if he starts like 5 defenders all at once. I'll say yes. He knows the job. He knows about. He's still reluctant with the league. He's still at ease with it, and it's not so. How can you have only 7 wins since November? 7 freaking wins in Premier League. In fact, he shouldn't even be starting this season. Let's be honest. He has not merited in the scorecard to start this season. And as the way he's going, believe you me, after my 5 games, if he's poor, I'm telling you, he might even leave before Christmas comes. Except, obviously, because he's Sir Jim's guy. And because honestly, I think the only reason why Ruben is still here right now is because he has a huge backup with Sir Jim. Honestly, and that's my own take, because he has. If Spurs can sack their coach after winning the Europa, I wonder what we're doing.
Right, that is a long vent right there from Uche. Yeah, Jerome, before you
so I just want to say one thing. I think what a lot of people talk about systems and this and that, and players not adapting because of the system, but I just think the bottom line is that we just need a manager that is experienced at the highest level to come in and manage a top club like Man United. I think it's all good doing well at Sporting, Ajax, and all these other clubs. They're big clubs, they're successful clubs in their own right. But United is a different level altogether. And I just think that a lot of these managers that come in, they just come in and they just fold under the pressure and make decisions that, in hindsight, don't make sense. Because as we saw against Fulham, obviously, Amorim was bringing on defenders when we're trying to win games. And I think when he will sit back and watch back the game, we'll be thinking, why didn't I bring on attacking talent to win the game? Why am I expecting defenders to come on and win games? And just making decisions like that. And even like with ETH as well, he was making decisions that you was thinking, if he was at Ajax, you probably wouldn't do that. But at United, you're making these weird decisions. And like, even, it's not even just the system as well. It's even like with like people at the board level who they're working with. Like, I know I don't want to go back to ETX too much, but obviously Ralph was there, who was a good, reputable deal with across Europe. And he was someone that could have worked closely with ETX and get good signings in that would come in at good prices and hopefully come in and thrive. But he decided he didn't work. He want to work with Ralph. I just literally just bought in every single player that he's worked with from the Dutch league. And this is what's led us to the position that we're in now, with a mismatch of players from different systems that have coming in, and now we're expecting Amorim to just get it all together right with his formation when you've got a whole load of players that are not used to that system. So it's a combination of things that has led us into this position. So Amorim does need to take a lot of responsibility, but there's other stuff, other variables that we need to consider as well. So it's not just Amorim. It's not going to be a case of just replacing Amorim and getting a new manager and everything's going to be hunky-dory and we're all going to start playing fancy football and being successful again. It's going to take a lot of time, because I guarantee you sack Amorim, bring in a new manager, the whole cycle's going to repeat. The manager's going to come in. He's not going to fancy this player. He's not going to fancy Sesko. He's not going to fancy Mbeumo. He's going to want to sell them. He's going to bring in his own players. They're going to come in. They're going to need to adjust. It's just going to be a whole repeated cycle of what we've been seeing over the last 10 years. So even though Amorim's failing at the moment, we just got to kind of just take a deep breath and just give it a little bit of time to settle. That's what I was saying initially, that wait until Christmas to see how things unfold. He might end up getting sacked before then, but you kind of got to let the season marinate and get a clear picture of how it's going to go. I don't think we should be sacking him after 2 games. Because if we sack him after 2 games, you might as well just write off the whole season, because players are going to...
You're still hanging in there, yeah?
Yeah.
You are still hanging in there. He's still got a little bit of life with you.
Yeah, he's literally hanging by a thread. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, we definitely should have sacked someone 2 games in.
That's because we could see the little bit of improvement. The scoreline, like the final results, ain't been favouring Amon at all. But if you look at the structure itself, how we approach certain games, it's much different from how BTH did it, how Oli done it, even Mourinho, them lot there. You can go into games here, you know your team's going to play well, but it's the final product. If you got the right players playing the right position, I think it should be easy for his first 11. But if you're doing all this implementation, it's going to take a while for you to select the right team to play. Because remember, in the Premier League, every team is different. Yeah. You don't use the same tactics, same philosophy to approach the same team. You got to change, you got to tweak it a little bit, because the Premier League teams are difficult to play against. Then they might be small clubs, but they're very difficult to play against. That's why if you observe, you find it hard for other European teams to beat Premier League club, except the big boys. So I don't think I'm going to understand the league itself.
He doesn't. Yeah, he's taking it for granted.
He said he studied it. He said he had a whole 6-7 months to learn about the Premier League while he was losing in the Premier League. And you think he'll do better in the second season?
That's it, observing, not learning. He was observing.
Oh, please. Listen, every man got every excuse for this brother, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. Listen, I'm tired of it, bro. There's always something. End of the day, he's not been good enough, bro. End of story, bro. None of this. He ain't got you players.
Since they won,
I've not seen players, but man got back-to-back wins.
That's true.
So I know when people do this. Oh, he needs these players. He needs a system. He needs this. He needs a tree. He needs a trunk. He needs this. I'm not bullshit, blood. He has not been good enough for Man United Football Club.
Yeah, so far he's failing, but I know you've been mentioning Thomas Frank a lot.
So far,
so far he's failing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I know you've mentioned Thomas Frank a lot, but I don't know. I've got doubts that Thomas Frank will come in and do bits at United. United is a different kettle of fish.
You can't do any worse than Amorim.
Yeah, he'll probably do slightly better.
You can't do any worse than Amorim.
Thomas Frank I don't see Thomas Frank as a man that's going to get us challenges for Premier Leagues. I think we need to go for someone. Someone experienced at the highest level, that's managed top clubs, elite clubs, Champions League, that sort of level.
Yeah,
won multiple elite trophies. We need that.
But can I ask you a question? Wait, no, can I tell you something? We had Mourinho. Was he not a winner? We had Van Gaal. Was he not a winner? We had managers that are winners.
Yeah, we did. With Mourinho, it got so toxic that he had to go. He literally lost the dressing room. So that was always going to happen. With Louis Van Gaal, he should not have been sacked. I've been saying this for the longest. He's the only manager that he got sacked
Yeah, I agree.
unfairly.
I agree with
He
that. I
finished
agree with that.
5th on goal difference. So if he had
And
more
won
goal
FA
difference,
Cup
would have
as well.
qualified in 4th in the Champions League, and he won the FA Cup, and literally got sacked the same day, which was unfair for Mourinho. So he's the only one that got away, and he was the only one where we actually had a proper style of play. The only thing that we didn't have was end product. We were controlling games. Like when we played against Arsenal, they were saying that that's the first time we had over 60% possession against Arsenal since Louis van Gaal. That was flipping 10 years ago. So that shows you that Louis van Gaal had a philosophy and a style of play to go out and dominate games, but we just didn't have the firepower up front to finish teams off. So he was sacked unfairly, in my opinion. But other than that, Mourinho got sacked because he just got so toxic, and it was just all about him. And he lost the dressing room, and the football got shit. Oli was just vibes, and let's be real, ETH was just vibes as well. He abandoned his philosophy after 2 games. He abandoned his philosophy after 2 games, fam, and was just vibes. And with Amorim,
this is serious.
the jury's still out on Amorim at the moment. And at the moment, Amorim's on his way to getting sacked by Christmas. So that's what I've got to say about that.
John, when you said, if we sack him now, might as well write off the season. But I see the other way. If we sack him now, we could actually save our season.
I know you reckon we could save, but I just... Well, our players, though, it's like you're giving the players the excuse to down tools.
Oh my!
Who are we gonna bring? Yeah, so actually going back to Red Devil Studios, who are we gonna bring in right now if we sacked Amorim? That's actually a good question that no one's answered.
The players professionals, they should be able to adapt to different managers because that's part of the contract.
Who do you bring in now?
I'll get
bring in Rooney.
Bring in Rooney.
Oh God!
Bring in Rooney. Let's end the stream. Bring in Rooney.
No God! Oh God! Let's wrap up the show because we need to get final words in.
Nobody rates Rooney as a manager.
Cool.
Let me start off with
Ruben right now. That if I have Rooney than Ruben right now, well, at least
trust me. Bring in Rooney now. You're telling the players that we've written the season off. It's vibes. I'm telling you.
Big up to everyone that's tuning in right now. We have come to the end of the show. Ems, we can hear you. You know, you're 2-0. You forget that you're on the mic.
Sorry.
You're live, bro.
You're live, bro. You're live. Man's thinking out loud.
Yeah,
he's thinking out loud. But I was about to say, final thoughts. Smash that like button, guys. Share across social media platforms. We get your final thoughts on my move. Let's start with you.
Yeah, holding in on the manager itself, like I'm on the fence. I've always liked what I've seen from him and how we play. He's the only manager reminding me of Van Gaal, just because of the little like triangles. Even though he don't use his triangles too much with his forward, but there's a bit of glimpse like something good will come out of this. But we've been waiting too long, and the stats ain't good enough. Like this is just disappointing. Because obviously, it's a funny thing that every single Manchester United fans actually like this manager. We all not see him succeed except Ems though, but we all like him. So at least it would be better for us to get something from him. At least, because the fans are behind you. The club has actually spent a little bit this summer for you. Do something for us. The excuses are just getting too much. And stop playing players in the wrong position, put them in the right position. But I'm holding that slowly. But if this same thing keep happening, I'm going to have to say one day soon, I'm out.
And big up to Amok for his final thoughts. Lucha, can I get your final thoughts? Try and make it a minute.
So, in this situation, I'm always like to end it with a positive note because we can still salvage this season. It's just 2 games. It's not the end of the world, but it all boils down to where are we going? What is the power? What are we seeing a little glimpse of light at the end of the tunnel? That's all it's all about because so far it's pitch black. So we need to find a way to have a little bit of little light, even like a ray of light to give us hope. We've not seen a hope at all, no single hope. And like I never asked before since last season, there is no single thing he has actually improved throughout his stay. He tried to improve Garnacho and he smashed it again. So he tried to improve Ahmad now, he sent him back to the defense. Everything he tried to build, he smashed it all around, all because of what we tried to fit into his system. I don't think the system is bad, but I think that the way he's going around it as if is the only solution to our problem. You should be a little bit flexible, be a little bit flexible with formation, try some new things. It's not working, let's try some new things. If it doesn't work, you're gonna know that you actually at least you tried. So he needs to try out a few things to give the fans at least the benefit of the doubt. Yes, he's not that stubborn. He's a little bit reflexive. He hears when people are crying. He understands because so far he's as if that he doesn't care. But I know he does because all he has been doing is so no one likes to lose every now and then or being impressed for the bad reasons. So I would think that at this point it's a goal for him to reflect and try and give us a little bit of that hope. At least put the players where they should be. Let them try it out. Let it be on the players. At least we know we can be the judge of that. But so far, I still believe he can do something. I still believe with Jerome that he has that second of a trade hanger that can actually change something. We believe that. I believe it. Nobody wants a manager. Nobody wants to be changing manager because so far, if you see, United have invested so much in this project. We've actually put it somewhere that we are going. It to be too bad both financially and in terms of structure to cut this now and start afresh. Nobody wants to do that. That's why I think we need to give him longer time. But from the management, but for me, I don't. But they can give him longer time to actually do something. But so far, it's going to be a long season for us. I just want everybody to get prepared, relax, get a popcorn because it's going to be a very long season.
Yeah, or yourself, final thoughts before we sign out.
Listen, I said my views. I'm not a very optimistic person. I don't know how. You need to share that with me because right now, I can't lie. It's carnage, bro. I can't lie. Bro, you you're right, bro. I have to get some popcorn or some African dishes, bro, to watch this Dross, blood. Right now, yeah. I can't see it get any better, bro. I can't see it, bro. I'm not speaking like I really want man to fail. I don't want him to fail, but I just don't see what certain people are seeing. I just think, you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is, yeah? You know what Amorim is very good at? He's a finesser, bro. He's a finesser. Man talks a very good game in press conferences.
Very good,
bro.
yeah.
I'm telling you, if Eric Ten Hag sounded like him, boy, it's mad, you know. Bruv, he talks, yeah, and you know like Men in Black when you touch that button, you actually believe. Bro, serious. But I do feel, I'm serious. I think we need to sack this man. I wish he sack him before it gets worse, but he did say we will suffer in it, so this might be the reason why we're suffering in it. But hey, that's my take.
And Jerome as well, final thoughts for you.
So to conclude by saying I think it's too soon to sack a manager after 2 games, especially after spending 200
30 games.
2 games. We've played 2 Premier League games this season.
30 games, bro. But anyways, go on.
2 games. Remember you wanted ETX to stay? But just remember that.
Just remember, we didn't finish 15th, by the way. Sorry.
It's no philosophy, you know.
Sorry.
Minus score differences that. But that's another topic. But no, I think it's too soon to sack him after 2 games because, as I said earlier in the show, it's giving the players an excuse to just down tools and just see out the season on vibes.
Yeah.
And there's no manager that's realistically available apart from Xavi, who I think is a top coach, that will be ready and available to come in. And they might not even want to manage right now. You know, a lot of top managers don't want to manage like when the season's already started. They want their own pre-season and all that. That's why I think they should give it a bit more time. Give it till November, Christmas period to see how it unfolds. And then obviously if Amorim fails, then it's probably going to have to be an interim that comes in to see out the season. Because like I said, no elite managers coming in mid-season to manage the team. So that's probably why I think that Ineos are probably going to try and stick it out as long as they can, because they don't want to make another bad decision. Because if they made a lot of bad decisions already, like when they sacked Ashworth after a couple of months, after they paid compensation to bring him in, and they don't want to do that by sacking Amorim, their guy, within less than a year, and spending over 200 M's the players that he wants that fits his apparent system. So we just have to be patient. I know it's like it's not a good feeling to just be like losing and drawing games with only 2 games in when you see like our rivals are banging them 4 or 5 goals. We saw Arsenal battered Leeds at the weekend.
Wow.
We saw Tottenham beat City comfortably. All our rivals are just winning games, clean sheets, and also we're just struggling to score goals. It's not a good sight, is it? That's why it's making us feel even worse, seeing our rivals continue to win week in, week out. If our rivals were losing and drawing as well, it wouldn't be as bad. But we're already falling behind the top already. We're like, 5 points adrift of like top 4 places already after 2 games. So that's why certain people are panicking. But we just need to just stay calm. There's still 35 games left. No, not 35, 36 games left. We just have to just, give it a bit more patience and just see how it unfolds. And hopefully Amorim can work out what he needs to work out to sort this out. Because there's a saying, if you continue to do the same thing and expect different results, then you're just going to end up failing. So hopefully common sense prevails. And as Amok said, play the players in the correct positions. And if you haven't got space to play them in their correct positions, then bench them or sell them. It's as simple as that. It's common sense. That's why I keep saying Bruno should have been sold. If he's not good enough to play the number 10, because you've got Mbemo and Cunha, then don't play him where he's shit in the 6 and sell him, cash in. He's going to be 31, get that Saudi money and invest in the squad. Simple as that. Why are we making things so complicated? It's a simple logic.
What a long, both of you guys had some emotional, passionate final thoughts. But big up to everyone that's tuning in as well. Smash that like button, share across social media platforms. Back again Wednesday. Watch along, match reaction, Group C. I expect more than 5 goals for this one. And then this weekend, Burnley on Saturday. Finally, no Sunday games for us. Hopefully we can get 3 points against Burnley, but it's going to be a tough one.
I need a clap for that.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Sunday games, man.
I'm telling you guys, people think I'm making this up, but I've been saying it for the longest that we don't do nothing on a Sunday.
Whose fault's that?
So I don't know. Who do we blame? The Premier League? They make us play on Sundays all the time.
It's all money.
It's like they want us to be the last game. We are the last game of the weekend, and everyone says, "Get your popcorn out, Uche." Manchester United are playing 4:30. Happens to be the last game of the weekend, so everyone can laugh at us at the end of the result. That's what they do. That's what they do. But it is what it is, man. Smash that like button, share across social media platforms. Subscribe to Red United TV. Of course, become a member of Red United TV. Back on Wednesday, like I said earlier on. Peace, love. Enjoy the rest of your night. We are out. Remember to keep being there. Remember to keep Red United. Peace.